Hi and welcome back to It's Miracle Beauty and Lifestyle. Today I thought I would do my annual goals, annual financial goals. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, or if you like family budgeting, sinking funds, things like that, I hope that you will like, share, subscribe. But let's get into this because I don't want this video to be very long. So this, I just want to point out really quick. I actually found this on Etsy, and it's girlswhobudget.com, and it's actually a pretty cute setup. There's one form in the stack today that is not from her financial planner that I just got on sale for like $4.75, and it's actually really, really good. Usually when I see something half off, I assume it's not quality, and I thought it was really good. So I will link that down in the box below, but there's one page I'll point out that is not part of this kit. So the first one, I'm not going to fill this out on camera. I kind of sort of pointed out it's in that kit, and I thought it was very useful. So this is a subscription tracker. So the only ones that I get taken out monthly is Apple Music and Apple Storage. I actually just this month began prepaying for all of my Apple stuff. I $12.15 went and purchased an Apple gift card with the $65 that I had in my sinking fund, as well as I had received $35 from Ibotta, $36 from Ibotta, and I paid for my annual subscription to Disney Plus, and I have money sitting there for my Apple Music and Apple Storage for January. I did just today purchase Showtime. Shameless is back on. I love that show. It's the final season. And in January, we will be purchasing Starz short term because of American Gods. So these are things, I thought this was a really cool tracker because it does give you an opportunity to do quarterly, annual, monthly, all in one sheet that you can keep in a binder and just kind of keep track of. So this does just keep them all in one page and easy to find in a binder or however you keep your tracking stuff. First thing I wanted to do is set up my 2020 sinking funds. I did do kind of a mock sheet just so I wouldn't lose track of what I was doing because my attention span is like of a squirrel. So first thing I'm going to do is list them all, and I will speed this part up. And I am going to do this just slightly differently than the form is laid out. So this is actually a 2020, as you can see, sinking fund form. It has monthly, it has annual, it has actual, over and under. So this is like to track every month. I'm using it as an annual tracker. So obviously we're going into 2021. This one is going to be the total goal or max that I want in that fund. And then this is going to be due date or notes. So this is a situation where some of these I'm saving for a specific item, like holidays, Thanksgiving, things like that. I'm saving for a specific time frame. Other ones are continuous, or I want to have a certain amount as long as it's funded. I don't need to contribute. So if we start with school, my goal is $900. I probably won't need this much because my son is 17. He'll be 18 this summer and will be starting community college. So he feasibly would be taking over some of his financial obligations for school. However, I do want to have something available to help him should he need it. I do know he plans on getting a job again. He had one previously before COVID. My goal is to have this done by 9/1 of 21. So medical, I would like to have $1,000 in this envelope, max. Not to say, max I use loosely because if I know that there's health problems, like I have health problems, if I know that they're rearing their ugly head or I know things are worse, I would allow this to get higher. But I don't feel the need to store $1,000 just in my medical folder when I have really good insurance with a very low deductible and I have an FSA. So this is just until funded, and then I would stop contributing. Then next is dental. This one, again, we have dental insurance. There's no reason to keep a ton in here. So this is, again, until funded. Next is car. And this one, this is until funded, but this one I don't have a max. So this one is one that I would be okay with it being over $1,000. We have older vehicles, and I eventually would like to purchase a new one. So if in our car fund we saved a bunch of money and could go purchase a vehicle cash, I would be absolutely fine with that. My car insurance one's a little bit stickier. So $2,600 is actually for an entire year. I more than likely will have enough to pay the first 6 months because I am on 6-month policies come December when it renews a year from now. But I just don't know for sure. So I'm putting my goal date as December 2021, but it's fluid. I just want to start paying in lump sum versus paying monthly, and that's my goal that I'm going to stick with. For home, I have $1,000. This is much like the car fund. I'm okay if this goes over, but it is just until funded. If I'm broke, if anything's going on and I have $1,000, I'm definitely not going to stress about that. This one, I haven't figured out the final amount. I'm putting $800 in here for now, but I have a feeling it will actually be more like $600. And this is actually really far out. I have plenty of time to save this. Our annual is due in February of 2021. I don't have enough time to save that. So I am shooting for it to be paid in full in the next renewal. So B days, I got 1,000. And this one's a little bit different. This will be a continuous fund. Money going in, money coming out, will not have a max. Next is gifts. That's 500 just until funded. I don't see any need with having a Christmas fund and having a birthday fund of having a gift fund with more than $500. That would be for like Secret Santas. It'd be for, you know, somebody's birthday outside of the family, things like that. I just don't see any need to have more than that. Beauty is another one that's very fluid. I'm putting 1,500, but this is like a total, I don't even know if I could say annual because during COVID, I haven't done half of what I normally do. But in a normal year, I would say I get my hair done about every quarter and then sometimes every 4 months. But this is just a continuous fund. But I am making a rule that I can't get anything done that I don't have money in my beauty envelope for. Clothing, I would like to have 1,000 max. Again, we have school shopping up here. This is mainly for my husband and I. If the boys need something in the middle of the year, obviously I'm happy to pull it from there. But it is more so for us because we don't have a school fund. Electronics, I have 1,200, and this is just until funded. And this one's until funded. If something is funded and then something gets used out of it, I would again contribute till it was fully funded. That's my plan. Planners, this is 500 for all of 2021. So in May and September-ish, October, I plan on 2 large calendar purchases or planning supply purchases. So I'm planning ahead for those purchases. Thanksgiving, I really would like to have 400 for everything. And I would like to have that by November 20th, 21. Holidays, I would like to have 1,800 including food. There is 6 kids, 2 grandkids with a third on the way, and I'm hoping to be able to give everybody something next year in a very fluid budget, meaning the same amount for every person in the family. Nobody gets anything different, and that way I can kind of keep things fair. I did that this year, and I really was happy with it. So December 20th, I'd like to have that funded by. I actually have a feeling that it won't be, and I will have to contribute some other ways, but I am being optimistic. Vacation is 5,000, but that is not until July of 2022. We're not going anywhere in 2021 because of COVID. We want everything to be really safe before we go to Texas. So that is my total goals. So now we look at the monthly and annual. I'm going to go through each line and do them both at the same time. This one is going to be 30 to 50 per month, which is 15 to 25 per check, and that works out to only be 360 to 600. This tells me that I will have to pick up the pace as we get closer to summer, but I want to leave that open so I can decide if I need it or not. If things change, I've not committed myself to it, everything's open. And the same applies with medical. I'm doing 30 to 50 per month. This is 360 to 600. I can contribute more if I feel I need to get to that 1,000 max. If things are going smoothly, I don't need to throw money into that fund. Dental is 30. That works out to be 360. So I probably will stop contributing before we get to those last 2 months. Car is 20 to 80 per month. And the reason I have the range is because if I have a lot of bills one month, or if I have a, like this month with the car insurance bill pop off out of nowhere, well, not out of nowhere, I knew it was coming. I didn't think it was going to be that big. I can lower it and not feel like I'm violating my goals or my principles. I'm giving myself a range. Now, I still want to try to hit my goals. That means another month I would have to pick up the pace. However, it does help me feel more relaxed knowing I have a fluid system to work between. And that works out to be between 240 and 9,600. And I feel like that's not right. 960. 960. One thing about these erasable pens, these are the friction. I start to say flex on. These are the friction. They don't work well with a inkjet printer. They pick up the muck and it's really annoying. This car insurance, I would like to do 200 per month, and that only equals exactly 2,600. Home, I would like to stick, or homeowners. No, home is first, my bad. For home, I would like to do $20 to $80, much like above, and we're going to end up either short or just under our goal, and we'll know to insert a little bit of extra in there. For homeowners insurance, I'd like to do minimum of $60 a month. This equals $720. And again, I think it's only going to be $600, not $800, so it's going to put me right in the middle of my two goals. Birthdays, I gave a big range here because we have only 2 birthdays early in the year, and then we have from spring on, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all within like a 3-month period. So I want to be able to fluctuate and put more in there as it's necessary. So that works out to be $600 to $1,800. Gifts, I would just do $30 to $60 a month. That's $15 to $30 per check. I do get paid biweekly. And this works out to be $360 to $720. Beauty, I'm really leaving this open. I'm doing $50 to $100 per month. That's $25 to $50 per check. If I have a hair appointment coming up, I can contribute more. If I have, multiple appointments, I can even, front and load it even more, but I don't need to feel pressured about it. So that works out to be $600 to $1,200 with no additional payments. Clothing, I'm really leaving this with when my husband and I don't need a ton right now, but I'm sure at some point we will. So doing $20 to $100, meaning if we're not needing anything, we can donate $10 a paycheck, drop it in. If we're starting to realize we're going to need more, we can do $50 per paycheck and have $100 per month. So that works out to be $240 to $1,200. And again, I know that's a big jump, but that's for my obsessive wanting to meet goals. I have to put a range or I'll kill myself to meet that goal, even when it's illogical. Planners, electronics is next. So $20 to $100. Again, $240 to $1,200. This is not a urgent matter. It's not like it has to be done in 2021. Planners is $45 per month, and that works out to be a little over $500. So I would actually just stop contributing sooner. Thanksgiving is, I'm doing averages for these last 3 because earlier in the year, I'm going to be contributing a little bit less as I pay off and kind of handle my insurance things. And then as I start building these funds, I'm going to start picking up the pace on Thanksgiving and holidays. So for Thanksgiving, I'd like the average to be $40 per month. And that would total $480, which again is a little bit over what I wanted. So I can drop it off ahead of time if I need to. Holidays, I would like an average of $130 per month or $65 a check. And that works out to be $1,560, which is a little bit short. But again, I can recalibrate and re-examine once I get closer and add some more to it if I need to. Vacation is $265 per month average. And that works out to be $3,180 in 2021 and $1,590 in 2022. Which is $4,770, which again is very close to our goal. And we don't know yet when we're traveling. I did it through July 1st to kind of just have a goal date. But if we don't travel till September, that gives us 2 additional months to clean up that $230 that we need to pick up. So that is my sinking fund goals. As you see more budgets in January, you will see that some of these things will pick up. Right now, I actually don't even have dental on my future planning. As of right now, with everything with the crisis, I'm choosing not to go to the dentist. I'm choosing to wait until the vaccine gets more distributed. That could change if somebody has a cavity or if we know, somebody has something going on. I know we're going to pay when we go for the cleanings, but for my family with my autoimmune disease, that's what's safe for us. So that is my sinking funds. So I forgot to tell you about the 2021 sinking fund form. This is actually her old one. This one's no longer available, but her new one is, and it's Lisa Faith Budget Plan, and it's on Etsy. So I will link both of their Etsys down below. I would love to hear some of your goals. If you want to post your goals down below, are you working on your debt repayment? Are you doing a combination, kind of how I am? What exactly are you working on? I would love to discuss it. And if you like this video, I hope you will click like, and I hope I see you again soon. And don't forget to subscribe before you go. Thank you for watching.